Hey, welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one right here is for Wednesday, not Thursday. Wednesday. She's a part of the Adams family. On Sunday.
Being posted on Thursday.
That's right. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Actually, this is episode number 2, just to let everybody know. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well. Tell a friend to keep telling all their friends that the Adams family is watching the Adams family. Let's go.
Alright, so a couple comments from the last episode, starting with Tyler, who says, "Great reaction, guys. I am so glad you guys are reacting to this show. Jenna Ortega is a great Wednesday, in my opinion. Her snarky, dry comments are amazing. My favorite line of hers in this episode is when the therapist says, part of this journey requires us going to uncomfortable places emotionally. And Wednesday responds with, I don't travel well." I thought that was bars, too. Yeah. It just cracks me up every time. She needs to win an Emmy for this role. Every episode just gets better and better. Fun fact, this show was all shot in Romania. Oh, nice. Thanks for the insight. Alright, then E comes to say, although I really liked Louise Guzman in Community when they had the statue of him and the dean says he enjoyed him in IMDb, I think he's a really good Gomez. In this version, Burton said it was very important to get Latino representation, but also focuses on the original look of the Addams family. If you look at the classic cartoons of Gomez, you can see this. I'm so glad you guys are reacting to this. It seemed perfect for this channel.
Yeah.
I hope I gave you enough of a heads up about the end part with next on Wednesday and you didn't hear the video. I think it starts with episode 2, but even that is a spoiler part. I would hate if anyone, including myself, spoiled this for you. We did shut it off immediately. I honestly forgot, but I appreciate, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, shut it off. So I appreciate that. My personal favorite character is the stoner kid who gave the line, "Whoa, you're in black and white like a living Instagram filter." Yeah, that was a good line too. Nick Q says, "So happy you guys are reacting to this. Loved your reactions and wrap-up. I was surprised by how much I enjoyed this show, despite it being different from the movies. Jenna Ortega is indeed phenomenal." And then the last comment's from Jeremy, who says, "I wasn't sure I was going to like this show, but I figured I would at least give the first episode a shot, and I loved it. This show is great. My first thought when I was watching this was I have to put this in the new show recommendations because I think J Rabbit and RJ will love it too."
Appreciate you thinking of us.
Thanks for thinking of us, Jeremy.
You know how we get down.
Right. Jenna Ortega is fantastic in this show. I knew who she was from Stuck in the Middle. I had seen and Jane the Virgin, and I liked her in Scream 5. You should also check out, I don't remember the movie. I'll message you.
The school movie.
The school movie, because she was fantastic in that movie too, which is also sponsored by one of our EPs.
That's right.
But now I'm a huge fan. She was great in this. All the feelings and everything she managed to put into her comments and subtle facial expressions is great. Wednesday is definitely my favorite in the show, and lead characters aren't always my favorites. I also like Enid. Everyone in the show is pretty good, but they're probably my 2 favorites. Also, that is in fact Gwendolyn Christie from Game of Thrones.
Yep.
Great reaction. I can't wait for the next one.
We figured that one out. Yeah.
Well, neither can we. It was a struggle though, because it did not look like her.
No.
Alright, let's jump into episode 2 right now.
Usually I love dark turns. Like when the carousel bricks mysteriously failed at my 8th birthday party. But not this one.
I've been searching for hours, Sheriff. The dogs need a break. You think we missed something?
I say we double back, sweep Collet Creek, and then call it a night.
How could you miss a dead body?
Because it wasn't there. No footprints, no blood, no sign of a struggle, nothing. Nada. My search party looked all night.
Well, your search party must have left there seeing eye dogs at home. I saw that monster kill Rowan right in front of me.
Did you get a good look at this monster thing?
It didn't stick around for a chat.
Maybe it was one of your classmates.
Sheriff, I find that question offensive.
Well, I don't care, because I got 3 other dead bodies in the morgue. Hikers just ripped apart in the woods.
The mayor said those were bear attacks.
You know, Mayor and I disagree on that.
So you automatically assume that a Nevermore student is the murderer, even though there's no evidence that a crime was even committed.
I'm sorry. I forgot. You only teach the good outcasts here, right?
My guess is Rowan ran away. State troopers have put out an alert, and I've contacted his family, but they haven't heard from him either.
Dead people are notoriously bad at returning calls.
For
So what are
real.
you doing out in the woods with him, Miss Adams?
I heard a noise in the forest and I went to go investigate. That's when I stumbled upon the attack.
Then what happened?
Then I ran into Bianca Barclay and I told her to go for help. Next thing I remember, I was awaking in my dorm.
And just to be clear, this monster wasn't a bear or some other wild animal?
I've hibernated with grizzlies. I know the difference.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Okay.
I think Miss Adams is done now.
Actually, I would like to speak to Sheriff Galpin. Alone.
I'm not sure I can allow that.
Well, I'm sure I could take her down to the station and get a formal statement. Now let's go.
Fine. You have 5 minutes, and everything is off the record. Play nice. Or I will call the man.
Someone is trying to cover up Rowan's murder. That's the only reason to scrub the crime scene.
Is that your professional opinion as the daughter of a murderer?
My father is twice the man you are. And the only thing he murders is the occasional opera in the shower.
Adams, it's been a long night and I'm tired of your games.
I'm not playing games. I'm telling the truth. You want to reject my claims, but you can't.
Why is that?
Because you and I both know that there's a monster out there. And Rowan is his latest victim.
Sheriff, what? You're gonna want to see this.
Edgar Allan Poe said, "Believe nothing you hear and half of what you see." Clearly, Nevermore's most famous alumni picked that up here. No wonder he became a drug-addled madman.
Yeah, that was when they died. They just got murdered.
Help me understand why you would claim you witnessed a murder. Was it to gain attention?
Why should I bother telling you anything? You've already decided I'm lying. I know what I saw.
Your life's had a lot of upheaval recently. It's okay to be confused about things.
Don't try and lure me into one of your psychological traps.
No one is trying to trap you. I'm here to help you process your emotions.
Emotions are a gateway trait. They lead to feelings, which trigger tears. I don't do tears.
Tell me how you're adjusting to school.
Sartre said how was other people. He was my first crush.
Wednesday, part of the reason your parents sent you to Nevermore is so that you could find your people. Become part of a larger community.
I like being an island. A well-fortified one surrounded by sharks.
Have you considered your antisocial tendencies might be motivated by fear of rejection?
If you were to reject me right now, I would not be upset.
You can't get rid of me that easily. And look, you made it through an entire session without trying to escape. I'll take that as a win.
Guess you decided to stick around Jericho. But you see Dr. Kimbot too?
You should know I'm legally required to be here.
Me too. Court ordered.
Look at us. A couple of teenage terrorlayers.
Hey, you know, when you ran off last night at the Harvest Festival, I wasn't sure what happened, and then I heard kind of crazy.
Everyone, including your father, believes I made it all up.
Not trying to get in touch with my inner rebel. You know, for the record, I believe you.
Ladies, come on! Let's work on those teeth. More scowl. This kitty is taking no prisoners. If Bianca Barclay wins again this year, I will literally scratch my own eyes out.
I would pay money to see that.
Howdy, Ruby. I'm so glad you decided to stay.
I thought you wanted your single room back.
Full disclosure, I don't like living solo, and Thing gives a killer neck massage. It's a win-win.
It gives a
So?
killer neck massage.
Why the change of heart?
I refuse to play the role of a pawn in someone else's corrupt game.
You mean Rowan?
I witnessed his murder, Enid.
It's just... we all saw him this morning. Very much, like, not dead.
I know. Which leads me to believe I've been losing my mind. It's not nearly as fun as I had anticipated. You're Nevermore's gossip queen. What's Rowan's story?
Other than being a weird loner, no offense.
None taken.
Xavier Thorpe's his roommate. You know, if you had a cell phone, you could just text him and ask him. Yoko, come on, flare those whiskers. The poke-up droops for no one.
What is the poke-up anyway?
Only my entire reason for living right now. Part canoe race, part boat chase, no rules. Each storm has to pick an Edgar Allan Poe short story for inspiration. You could grab a brush. Oh, Miss Loneliest just ordered pizza. Want to take a stab at being social?
I do like stabbing. The social part, not so much.
I do like stuff.
Besides, it'll cut into my writing time.
No worries. Just as long as you're lakeside cheering us to victory on race day. Or you can just glare uncomfortably. Whatever works for you.
Glare uncomfortably.
I've always hated the expression, write what you know. It's a hall pass for the imagination impaired. But when your life becomes a twisted mystery, maybe it's time to lean into it.
Is that like a stamp of the book or something?
I need to speak with Rowan. I can't find him.
It won't be possible, I'm afraid. He's been expelled.
For what?
Faking his death?
Never you mind. He'll be on the first train out this afternoon. What were you doing out in the woods with him in the first place?
I told you
I
already.
was at the carnival.
I heard a noise and I went to investigate.
That excuse might have placated the sheriff, but you can't fool me. You had a psychic vision, didn't you? I realised you might be having them when we passed by the accident and you knew that poor farmer had broken his neck.
Mm-hmm.
Just like your
Your
mom.
mother started having visions around your age. They were notoriously unreliable and dangerous. I remember at first, she thought she might be losing her mind.
She just said that shit.
Have you spoken to her about them? Clearly the person withholding information here is you.
May I go now?
Not until you've picked your extracurricular activity. We want our students to be well-rounded.
I prefer to remain sharp-edged.
I took the liberty of putting together a list of clubs that have openings.
How thoughtful.
You need to have picked one by the end of the day. I'll be keeping my eye on you. No doubt you'll find something that tickles your fancy.
The last person who tickled me lost a finger.
I love working with you.
Ames is clearly trying to keep tabs on me. Keep an eye on Rowan. Don't let your fingers out of his sight.
You do a good job with his sound, so we can
We said you'd be stopping by. But to be honest, after your performance at the Harvest Festival, the drama club might be more your speed.
After I passed out, who did you tell? The sheriff?
You think I trust normie cops? I went straight to Weems and let her handle it. Anyway, let's get this audition over with. What are you? Alto, soprano, or just loco?
Oh shit!
What was that?
What is she doing? I'm starting to think that Christina Ricci is the ghoul, the troll that's out there. Those eyeballs are just so big, and
But they make it. But now they try to throw you off.
Yeah, throw you off with the one.
normie.
But we got both of them on here now, so both of them got to be doing the same thing. Why? I don't know why. I don't know what they're doing. Wednesday is the key. The key to what? But I love to call back to the double snap, and that was the key to open up the door. Is that the key to other Wednesday was talking about anything? We don't know. The mystery is crazy. Why even we even need Wednesday to do anything for whatever's happening over here at the school and what is actually happening over here at the school. All of that is what I'm here for, to see what the business is. But this was a great episode. I love the game of the boating, and she's just using her skills. And then the principal hit her with, your mom was the same way. And she had a friend just like me on her team too back in the day too. So all of it starts to, and Wednesday not being able to just I don't know. we know by the end of the season she will. She will come around to all the things we want her to do.
I mean, I don't want her to necessarily change.
No, she ain't gonna change, but I mean, she will do some of the things we like. What you being stubborn about? She's gonna do it. She's gonna contact her mom, right? There will be an instance. She almost smiled right here, so there will be an instance where she probably smiles, and there also will be an instance where she might shed a tear. And then that will complete the whole thing of her being human, and then go ahead and continue being the way you were. So I think all that's gonna happen, but she needs to definitely talk to her mom about these visions she keeps having it, and how accurate are they? Why am I having it? Stuff like that. So I can't wait to find all that out, and yeah, I can't wait to see episode 3.
I love this show so much. So again, it gives me total Hogwarts type vibe with the games and everything, but in its own unique way because it's darker and spookier. But come on, the reveal of her finding out the codex or the code specifically for Edgar Allan Poe being snapped twice. Literally my favorite moment of the entire series so far. It was so good. I love it so much, and I hope this is just personal and like it doesn't matter and impact me watching the show anymore or anyway. But it would be really disappointing for anybody else that's watching the show for the first time to not get that same impact because you don't know the Addams family. That would be such a undersold moment if you didn't know that was. Yeah. But because we do, it was such a pivotal moment and one of my favorite moments of the show so far. Loved everything about the game. Loved about seeing how violent they are allowed to get because there are no rules. So I thought that was especially really cool. And I mean, I continue to like Wednesday exactly as she is. I like the fact that she admitted specifically the thing that she doesn't want to be the cause of bad drama. Like, she's cool with all the drama she and herself has control of, but ultimately she's got fears too. And I thought that was a great character development moment for her. And also Enid holding her accountable for like how she treats Thing, I thought was really good too. Yeah. Love the fact that it was revealed that the headmaster, or however, whatever her title is called, is a shapeshifter. But I do feel like too with Christina Richie, dang, I can't remember what it is. They clearly said that she's a normie, but like, to your point, I feel like there's things that's been expressed and she's so well adapted to this world. Because why are you here? Yeah, there might be something else there too. So loved it so much. Loved the secret society. Loved the mystery and intrigue. And very excited to see how it continues to progress and what is the big mystery? What is the big secret here? And what role does Wednesday have to play in it? But another solid episode. Can't wait for the next one.
All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Wednesday, Season 1, Episode 2. And until next time.